Hello and welcome to the Power BI February 2021 update. In this video, we'll explore what's new this month and see some demos of the highlights. Let's start with the reporting section. First, we're excited to announce some new updates to the Direct Query for Power BI datasets and Azure Analysis Services preview feature. Based on your feedback, we've added the ability to delete direct query connections to Power BI datasets and Azure Analysis Services. To do so, simply go to the Transform Data drop-down in the ribbon, select Data Source Settings, right-click on the direct query connection you'd like to delete, and select Delete. Please note, this does not reverse the action of adding a local data model. It deletes the direct query connection and the tables and fields associated with that connection. In this release, we've also added support for calculated tables. Thank you to everyone who's tried the feature so far and provided feedback. And it's not too late to jump in. Please try the feature and keep the feedback coming. Next, we've added a search bar to the Power BI desktop ribbon. We've heard some feedback that it can sometimes be difficult to find the commands, files, or options you're looking for. So the search bar will make accessing what you need much more convenient. This search bar includes suggested actions based on the current state of your report, which will update as you type. Tessa will show us a demo of this feature.
This month, we have a new update to our ribbon. So we've heard from you guys that sometimes it can be difficult to find the particular features that you're looking for in the ribbon. And so this month, we've added in a search bar to the top. If you click in the search bar, you'll see some suggested actions that might direct you to actions that you'll want to take. And if you see this little arrow here, if I click on it, it'll even fly out and show me the additional options. And in this case, I'm looking at the themes options. I can start searching in my search box to look for a particular item that I might want to do something with. So in this case, I haven't even fully typed the word measure, but it gives me the options for new measure or quick measure, or even pulls out recent files that I have that might have part of that search term I'm looking for. If you're looking for a particular item, you can also go to, once you search it out, you can also click on this help button, and this help button will actually take you out to Microsoft documentation directly. Something else to note is that if I click on a particular field, if I just select it, and then I go to my search bar, you can see that the actions here for format and things like data type, if it's enabled, I can change them directly in line within the search bar.
We're also bringing you more updates to the preview of the new model view. Based on your feedback, we've added some personalization to the UI, added new view controls, and made some performance improvements to the feature. Tessa will walk us through a demo.
This month, we have a couple new updates to the model view UI, the first one of which you may have already noticed. So if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that the UI of these relationships has changed. Previously, the cardinality was shown at the endpoints of the relationship, but now it's been consolidated into the center to make it easier for you to read. And you can see the direction of the relationship still is in the center of the relationship. So for example, if you look at this relationship here, it has two arrows on each end of it, so that means it is a bidirectional relationship. The second update that I want to point out is that we have updated or added in a new feature for the colors that are shown on the table headers. So in this case, I have two different source groups that I've pulled in data from. And if I go back to my report view and I go to the themes, the colors of those headers will change according to whatever report theme that I've selected. So I'm just going to go ahead and select City Park. And then I'll switch back over to my model view, and you can see that the colors in the headers have updated to reflect the theme that I've used.
Next, we're expanding the preview of the new field list from the model view to include all views, that is, the model, report, and data views. This month's update will create consistency for functionality and UI across views. Check out our November 2020 update to get a feel for all of the changes and try out the new field list by turning it on in the Preview Features section of the Options menu. Continuing our work on the Small Multiples preview feature, we've added Gridline and background color controls to the Grid Layout formatting card. These controls provide you with new options to clearly separate your small multiples plot areas. Now you can set background color and transparency, add an assortment of different gridline patterns, and style those grid lines as you see fit. And we thank you for your feedback so far. Please continue sending us your thoughts on this feature as we continue working on the preview. We've also added the color picker to make it easier to work with. The color swatches are more separated, making it easier to find the color you need. In the More Colors screen, you can now enter an RGB value in addition to a hex value. Yahun will show us a demo.
In this release, we have updated the color picker. It's a tiny but very important part of our product, so I'm happy to show you the before and after comparison. On the left here, you'll see the old color picker, and on the right, the updated version. And one thing that's immediately clear is the size of the color swatches and the space between them, making it easier to find the color you're looking for. And one thing I really love about the new color picker is in the custom color or more colors screen. And in the updated version, as before, you can still enter a hex value for your color, but you can now also enter RGB values here to find the color you're looking for. And to top it off, we've redesigned how you pick your color to give you much more control over the exact shade of color you want without having to resort to finding those hex values. And as I said, it's a very small improvement, but I'm sure you'll love it.
Next, we've added smart guides to the mobile layout view, helping you to align objects on your mobile report page. Now, anytime you drag or resize objects, you'll see smart guides, and your objects will snap into position when aligned with other objects. In the filter pane, we've added two new filter operations: is empty and is not empty. You can find these new operations in the Advanced Filtering filter type. The operation is empty shows items when the value is an empty string, and the operation is not empty shows items when the value is not an empty string. Keep in mind that if you have text values with only spaces, these values are automatically converted to empty strings. Also, keep in mind that these operations are for empty string values. For null values, use the is blank and is not blank operations instead. We are also bringing you more granular control over certificate revocation checks for web connections. Since we introduced this feature in November 2020, we've heard your feedback that you need more fine-grained control over the certificate revocation check. Now, the basic check will accept certificates whose revocation status is unknown, such as in the case where it's not specified in the certificate. This is important for some organizations that use corporate proxy servers. Next to that, you can still disable the revocation check or enable it in comprehensive mode, which will not accept certificates with unknown revocation status. In the analysis section, we're happy to announce that the anomaly detection preview feature can now be accessed in the ribbon. You can find it under the AI section of the Data/Drill tab. We've also decreased the minimum number of data points required for the analysis to 4. We greatly appreciate any feedback in terms of what you'd like about the feature and how we can improve it, so keep sending us your thoughts. In the modelling section, enhanced dataset metadata is now generally available. In the past, only loadable queries generated in Power Query were stored in the data model, but now all queries will be part of the data model definition. This addition has already made useful new capabilities possible, like using external tools to have tables appear as queries upon report opening, or allow you to unzip a PBIT file and see the model in JSON, and it will continue to unlock more functionality in the future. In the data connectivity section, we're excited to bring you new and updated connectors. First is the new Teams Analytics connector. This connector for Microsoft Teams enables you to view your personal Teams usage data to understand and improve how you're using Microsoft Teams. It shows you key usage metrics like the number of Teams meetings you've participated in, how many minutes you've spent sharing your screen, audio and video, and view activity metrics for teams you're a member of. This is the same data available from within the Analytics view in Teams and Personal view of your Microsoft Teams user activity. Next, we've added custom role support for the Snowflake connector. Role selection provides query-level granularity as the role becomes part of the source step in each of the generated M queries, providing more flexibility to users. When setting up the Snowflake connector, you can find a new option under Advanced Options, allowing you to specify a text value to use as a role name. Next, the Parquet Files connector is now available on Power BI Desktop. Where previously it was only available in data flows, now you can find it in the Get Data dialog. Keep in mind that this connector is only available in 64-bit installations of Power BI Desktop. For the Hive LLAP connector, we've updated functionality to support Windows authentication. We've also updated the Salesforce connector to use the v48 API by default to ensure up-to-date compatibility with Salesforce APIs. Salesforce API versions generally deprecate after 3 years, sometimes resulting in removed objects or properties. If this upgrade results in such behavior, you can manually set the API version through the advanced editors, then update your queries to be compatible with v48. We've also released new connector articles for SAP HANA and SAP Business Warehouse documentation. You can find links to these in the video description below. Next, we're excited to share that you can now create a subscription from a premium upgraded workspace with PPU for yourself and others, and include a copy of all pages in your report. This eliminates the need to subscribe separately to each section and is effectively generating an export of the report. Attachments may be generated in either PDF or PPT format. In the mobile section, you can now easily find your organization's endorsed content in the mobile application. Content that's been promoted or certified in the service is now tagged in the app with a badge. Report creators promote their content to show that it's ready for you to use, or certify their content to show that it's been approved by your organization. Further, Power BI free license users can now navigate to Workspaces in the mobile apps. Until now, free license users could only access Workspace content through the Shared With Me page. With this release, Power BI free license users can view and access Workspaces for which they've been added as viewers directly from the Workspaces list. In the visualization sections, we have some useful new visuals available for you on AppSource. New this month are the Graphomate Matrix by Graphomate, the Paratask Card visual by Paradigm BI, the Smart KPI list by Nova Silver BV, the Lipstick Column and Bar Charts by Nova Silver BV, the Control Chart XMR by Nova Silver BV, the Para HTML Viewer by Paradigm BI, the Merged Bar Chart by Nova Silver BV, the Animated Image and Bubble Chart by Innovista Limited, the Animated Bar Race Chart by Innovista Limited, the Dynamic Radial Bar Chart by JTA, and the Text Highlighter visual by Peaks and Pies, GmbH. Updated this month are the Shielded HTML Viewer by Nova Silver, version 4.5 of Zebra BI Tables, version 4.5 of Zebra BI Charts, ValQ 2.0 with connected and collaborative planning features, and the Drill Down Combo Pro by Zoom Charts. More information on all of the new and updated visuals can be found on our blog and in their respective links in the video description below. Lastly, this month's editor's picks are the Individuals and Moving Range Control Chart by PQ Systems, the Acteris Variance visual by Acteris, the Advanced Pie and Donut Chart by XViz, and the Zebra BI charts by Zebra BI. You can find these editors' picks and all of the other mentioned visuals on AppSource. We have a new template app for you in the template app section. Template apps allow you to save time by connecting your own data to a pre-built report that you can personalize and share. But first, we're excited to announce that you can now pre-configure your template app installation when publishing your template app, making life easy for you and your customers and eliminating a frequently encountered source of frustration. Before this release, when installing a template app, users had to configure parameters to connect the template app to their data. This process was sometimes confusing and led to failed installations. Now onto this month's template app, Sales Analytics AI for Microsoft Business Central. With this template app, you leverage your investment in Business Central, extending your business process management with analytical capabilities to improve your business performance. This template app provides detailed breakdowns of your sales and order book, customer retention metrics, and more. The only requirement is to download and install the free Business Central extension as part of the solution. If you're interested in trying out this template app, please check out the links in the video description below. In the Developers section, we're fixing an interaction between some custom visuals and visual containers where custom visuals didn't fully support the Customize series. The fix is now available in Service and Desktop. With the 3.6 API release, we're also allowing Power BI visuals to receive updates from Power BI without the need to bind any data. To use this feature, a visual needs to use the 3.6.0 version of the Power BI Visuals API and have both supports landing page and supports empty data view set to true. And of course, we have a few more updates for you this month. First, across the Power Platform, we've updated our product icons to the new Fluent design system. You may have seen this new style rolling out across Microsoft products, including Office and Dynamics, and we're bringing that modern full-color experience here to Power BI as well. We hope you like it. And lastly, we'd like to send a heads up to the Power BI tenants and users still using Edge Legacy or Internet Explorer 11. As we announced last year, Microsoft products including Power BI will no longer support IE 11 as of August 17, 2021. Microsoft Edge Legacy End of Life is on March 9, 2021. For more information on the end of life as well as resources for how to transition to other browsers like the new Microsoft Edge, check out the link in the video description below. And if you haven't already done so, remember, join us at community.powerbi.com, your one-stop shop for all things Power BI. And that's all for this month. As always, we hope you enjoy the updates and please keep sending us feedback on what you'd like to see in upcoming releases. Thanks for watching and we'll see you again next month.